you know there's something big coming when you have three separate events, with no connections at all. But when you are able to connect the dots and read in between the lines, you can see exactly what is happening. So with AMC, the thing is, today we had a veteran from a New York Stock Exchange floor trading veteran saying that he bought the shares of AMC on Tuesday. That is Tuesday, all right? So Tuesday, the stock was around 50. Well, he bought it, and what he said, I love this level right here in AMC. This is setting up to be a nice trade. Keep in mind, this is a professional, 30 years of experience in the whole game, with 13 years of it being a New York Stock Exchange floor trader. All right, so these guys are supposed to be the best of the best of the best. Now, if they're buying AMC at those levels around the 50s and seeing this to be a nice trade, it means they're gonna make a lot of money on that play. All right, but it doesn't really matter whether they do this or no, because if you are not day trading AMC, well, you just have one thing to do pretty much, which is to buy more if you can afford to, but just hold. If you can afford to buy, that's totally fine. You just have to hold, So keep in mind, this is just one event. So if the pro are getting in and seeing, a major upside, then in the other side, you have the SEC, who just disclosed that the payout has now topped $1 billion in total, as the securities watchdog announces near record award. So last year, this week, one person was paid a combined $110 million for information and assistance that led to successful enforcement actions by the SEC and other entities. And there was another person that was paid almost $50 million. Now, the thing is, when the SEC goes, I don't want to use the term out of the way, but when the SEC takes such actions, and this is, close to a record, it means they are really trying to do whatever it's possible to make sure that their mission, which is to enforce the rules and make sure that the market is fair and we have integrity and we have transparency, blah 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 blah, it's properly effective. But also remember that the SEC right now, it's understaffed and a little bit under budget to do whatever it needs to do, and everything it needs to do, from fraud to manipulation to insider trading to everything which is wrongdoing in the market as a whole. That's why this is a really, really good, interesting program for them, because instead of having to rely on their staff because they don't have enough people, they're now trying to, even though it's costing money, but that money, it's now taken out of the sanctions that are going to be impacted and slapped to the people who are actually caught right in hand. This is what I say. Those payouts range in value from 10% to 30% of monetary sanctions imposed by the SEC that exceeds $1 million. And those are funded by the sanctions, not by investors who were harmed. So it tells us that the SEC is really, really, really trying hard to achieve the goals of SEC Chairman Gensler. And I think because of this, I'm still really, really optimistic, even though the pace of, around things happening is not really to the extent of which we would like to see. But that's just how things work, guys. So we just have to be patient. And especially because of this, I can guarantee you that we may hear something really, really interesting when it comes to the whole thing with GameStop and AMC, especially if they are this close of releasing the report, potentially having some takeaway actions on either the hedges or the brokers or the market makers, if you know what I mean. Why? Second event. Now, third event. This guy posted on Reddit today, this is something we know, but it's just really interesting to see someone else mentioning and thinking about something that you already know. They are flooding the zone, trying to induce panic selling, a sense of powerlessness, such desperation, a dying gasp. What you smell is the rot and decay of Wall Street dinosaurs. So, guys, trying to link these three events. First of all, we have pro traders coming into the play and seeing major upside. In the meantime, you have the SEC coming in and trying to pay people to help them achieve their goals and cut people who are wrongdoing in the markets. And we know that right now the focus on AMC, GameStop, and the other meme stocks. And then you have these, like, revealing what we already know, that when we went to 50 3 days ago, all right, we went to 52, and then because they know with so much options closing in the money, with so much pressure that's going to ultimately come when we pass certain level, they know what was coming, and they had to, again, all the 11 million shares that were borrowed, they had to kind of use that in order to ladder attack short, and do what shorts do, right? But it's just a matter of time, because this will not last. And this is definitely a sign that they are trying really hard, really hard to make sure that this does not fly. But it's doomed to actually fly. So when you connect these three, you feel like, well, the hedges know. They know what is at stake. They know what is coming their way, and they're actually the back on the wall. So it doesn't matter. And plus, we've done everything that was supposed to be done here. So as long as we keep holding, buying more, which I don't think is going to change, because it's going to grow, because momentum is growing and you have more and more people coming in here. So it's just a matter of time. So nothing new, guys.